The fifth phase of the development cycle is actually launching the website. So the first thing you'll want to do is you want to do your markup. You want to do the SEO optimization, that's search engine optimization, so it gets higher rankings. You want to set up your key descriptions. Those are the 1 or 2 sentence long descriptions you'll see in the web browser when you use a search engine. Next, you'll set up your keywords. These are search terms or words, so if someone searches under these are on each page in the head of the document. Will not show in the browser, but they'll be on the page, so if someone searches, these pages with these keywords have a higher chance of coming up with a great search engine ranking. Other things you want to set up is good text content. And good way for the algorithms right now is to have at least 200 words of relevant content on each page. You'll also want to set up good headings, logical headings on each pages. And these are your H1 through H6. Search engine uses those headings to help define the type of content and rank the quality of it. You want to finalize all functionality testing and fixes. Remember, you're on your development server. This is your server, not the client server. You're still in the development area. Test it, make sure it's all working. If it's not, fix it. After that, take the final payment from the client before you move it to their server, because after you take that payment, you'll move the site to the client's web server. You'll move it from your dev server, where you've been building and testing it. You'll move it over to the live server that the client controls. Get paid before you give it to them. It just ensures that everything's going to go well for you. Now that it's on their live server, test again. Quality assurance. It worked just fine on your server, but it's a new, different server environment on the live server. So test again to make sure everything's working properly on the new server. Then you set up the web analytics. Things like Google, or another service. Web analytics just basically let the client track users' traffic patterns across their website. They can determine which page they go to, how long they've been there, and possibly what they've done there. These are really, really valuable in setting up a marketing plan for a website. So definitely you want to set up web analytics on a website for a client. After you've done all that, you hand off the deliverables to the client. You hand off copies of the code base, any site documentation, any passwords, so that your client actually has a copy of all the work you've done. But of course, get paid before you give them this. The last thing to do is train the client on the website. You want to train them on update content. And if they're using a CMS, content management system, you want to train them on that, and you also want to train them on how to set up user permissions. As different internal users can do different things on a content management system. Some may be able to add content, some may be able to create new automated pages. It just depends on the CMS that they're using. So remember, the last thing to do on launch, train the client on the website you've built for them. You want them to be able to update their own content so they're not calling you on the phone every day. And if there's a CMS, train them on how to set up permissions and how the CMS operates. Then the site's live. That is the launch.